Hey, Coach, I'm so excited that you found us on YouTube. Let me know how we can help. The video is just a small snippet of all the things we have over at teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's everything. It is the resource for basketball coaches, one-on-one calls, office hours with me. I've coached at every level. I've coached NBA guys. Let me help you become a better basketball coach. Doesn't matter which level you're at. I am here to help. I'm here to serve. So go over and check it out. All right, let's head off to the video.
Here's what we think that it. Thank you guys. Coach, my time must be up, huh? Will you give them a hand, please? We wouldn't do all three of these in a day typically. Okay. Sometimes maybe if we had a gap between games or something, we'd do it as a conditioning type thing, and in which we could coach on the fly a little bit. So if we were playing Central Lakes, they run a staggered away. That's how they run. That's how they start all their offense. They run a staggered away. Okay. We might work on a down screen all week, preparing for that. Well, start it this way so that your kids know they only have one thing to focus on. Giving a tunnel, letting that guy run through the tunnel and denying the top. Then when you get into your 5-on-5 setting, they're going to have a little bit more confidence because they can see it. Okay, that's our rationale for doing it. I'm pretty controlling guy, and sometimes literally where you kind of have to throw your whistle to your assistant and let the kids play a little bit. Otherwise you stop it for every mistake that they make, because you'll see more mistakes in 3-on-3. Why? More touches for your kids, more opportunities for mistakes. Okay, you've restricted them a little bit in how they're going to guard because of where they are on the floor, for instance. So sometimes you got to let them have it and make some mistakes, and then coach them on the fly. I think that's really important. Like I said, we were a team that didn't get too upset if we gave up or forced back cuts. That was big for us. I always thought that every team that played us should have ran 5 out, and the teams that did run 5 out against us really hurt us. But at the same time, we could steal some practice time with them, because if you are a pressure team, it's hard to replicate that unless you're a pressure team. Just like for us trying to replicate Crosby Ironton's matchup zone was a bear for us, because we just hadn't seen that all year. So I really believe you can use any three, and those aren't earth-shattering drills. That's nothing new, but you can make it fit whatever you're trying to do. We were just talking about being at a youth tournament a couple weeks ago, and teams running all this dribble handoff stuff, and not really teaching 4th graders how to play basketball. I think it's a great way to teach young people how to play. On the offensive side of it, a lot of catch and face, footwork stuff. You'll find little kids, obviously, when you pressure them, they're going to put the ball on the deck and pick it up, put it above their head. You can stop it and coach it that way. Just a lot of things that correlate to a 5-on-5 situation. Last thing for us, and this is probably Coach Bennett via Coach Meyer is my guess, but the one thing that you always want to check whenever you're struggling defensively is how's your ball pressure. Go back to that. You can't ask a big to come out and guard and then they get ripped, and then we get on them about it. We're asking them to do something that's not very comfortable for them. So go back and check your ball pressure. And ball pressure doesn't, we all have our own definition of what ball pressure is. Okay? for us, we really want to get after you and force you to be a dribbler, not a driver. That's a term we use a lot. Force them to be a dribbler, not a driver. We want them to go east and west, not north and south. But maybe for some of you, you're okay giving up the top. You know, you have to decide when you can put your head on the pillow at night. Okay. For us, if we were bad defensively, it always went back to, okay, how were we pressuring the ball? And not just, and here's the mistake I made the first 5 years I was a head coach, was that always lied on one person, our point guard. Well, if he or she is the only one that can put ball pressure on, you better look at your defensive system and make some changes. 1 through 5 has to be able to put ball pressure on, again, not in comparison to your best ball pressure person, but in comparison to, or in regards to them being as good as they can with regard to ball pressure. So if that means an arm's length plus, then it's an arm's length plus. Okay? But I can't be an arm's length plus like this. That's not ball pressure. Okay? But if I'm active hands and they're quicker than me and the ball gets put above their head, I can get in and pressure the ball. Okay? So those are just things for you to think about. And whenever we had really bad defensive games, we'd go back to these drills. And my inclination early was to always go back to shell drill. But we can really control the shell drill, can't we, as coaches? We can't always control this. This gets a little, 80% of all basketball is unplanned movement. Well, that's what this is. So, and then how do your kids react to it along the way? So, Coach, that's all I got. Any questions, guys, about anything? Okay, thanks.
Hey, Coach. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com up above and down below. Let me help you win championships just like me, lots of rings. Teachhoops.com is a community. It's mentoring for me, one-on-one calls, office hours, you name it. We'll help you, and lots of resources. So make sure you go over and check it out. Let me know how we can help you become a better basketball coach.